Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. More pressure on Mariam. Oh, it's like, things are really not going well with Olori Mariam, as it is been alleged that Dr. Elizabeth's parents are saying to the Ooni of Ife that Dr. Elizabeth will not continue to stay with him if Mariam is not made to leave the palace. That look, that they don't have a problem with Dr. Elizabeth being married to the Ooni of Ife, that they gave Ooni of Ife's Ife their daughter in marriage. They did not give the girl to come and payo. That Ooni of Ife needs to make arrangement for people like Mariam and people like Runke to find their own space. Like Ooni needs to find a space for them so that others can be saved. That this issue of back and forth movement, they do know what is causing it. That the culprit right there in the palace happens to be Olori Mariam and Olori Runke. That if Mariam is not separated from Dr. Lizzy, that they will have to take Dr. Lizzy to safety till such a time that they are sure that their daughter will be safe. And you guys, you all know that Ooni of Ife love Dr. Lizzy so much. The man, Dr. Lizzy is, his go-to woman. And if there is one thing that really devastates Ooni of Ife right now, is for anybody to say they want to take Dr. Lizzy away. I do know that we love Queen Naomi. We all want Queen Naomi to be the one and only. Yes, so Queen Naomi happens to be the one and only. But when it comes to cooperation for a king needs one woman that will always be there for him. Dr. Lizzy has always been there for him. We've seen how Dr. Lizzy has fought for Queen Naomi and Tadenikawo. Ooni has come to trust Dr. Lizzy so much. Ooni knows that, with Dr. Lizzy, I'm going to have my wife Naomi, I'm going to have Tadenikawo back. Dr. Lizzy happens to be a very strong support system for the Ooni of Ife, and Ooni of Ife wants it to stay that way. For anybody to come now and try to take that away from Kabiyesi will really be devastated. Allegedly, this is what we are hearing, that because of what happened, Dr. Lizzy's parents allegedly came to the palace when they heard of that minus accident with Dr. Lizzy. And they said when they were going back, the encounter they had was terrible. That they could never have imagined anything like that. That it was almost as if the person was looking at them physically and fighting them. That they could see the energy. The energy was so strong, going after them, followed them until the energy entered their own house right there in Magodo in Lagos. And so right now they are saying, hey, that we are so scared of leaving our child inside the palace with this group of people. Ooni of Ife will need to look for a space for them. If not, Dr. Lizzy will have to exit till such a time that they feel that it is safe for Dr. Lizzy to be in the palace with all of those women. And this right now is putting a whole lot of pressure. Things are not looking good for Olori Mariam because more pressure is mounted on her, and that is what it is right now, allegedly. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Della Rama, bringing fresh and spicy just from the south. You still on the Royals. How are you guys doing? I appreciate you. I love you. I thank you. I am grateful to you. Please, you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. I appreciate you guys so much. Report reaching us right now is that more pressure is coming on Olori Mariam, as Dr. Lizzy's parents are saying that if she will continue to stay in that palace, that Dr. Lizzy will have to exit until such a time where they feel that it is safe for their daughter to be in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. And they said this is something that the Ooni of Ife would never want to listen to, or something that would really devastate the man. And now, because this is coming from this other angle, so right now they have Mariam thinks she is strong, but now the forces after Mariam is, doubling up, and things are not looking good for her. If we know what we know, Ooni of Ife love Dr. Lizzy, appreciate and respect Dr. Lizzy so much. And we also appreciate and respect Dr. Lizzy's parents so much. And the last thing he will want is something like this to happen. Ooni will never want to be separated from Dr. Lizzy. I do believe that what's come to us, if it gets to that point where they say, Oni, choose 2 women out of all your wives to be with. Oni will choose Olori Naomi first and choose Olori Lizzy second, because yes, so he really cares about that woman. The woman has shown maturity, she has shown understanding, she has shown kindness, she has shown that, you know, her allegiance is completely to the Ooni of Ife. If there is one woman we never thought could understand the reality of royalty, is Dr. Lizzy, because they say she was born and bred in Switzerland. She grew up in Switzerland. She knows nothing about culture and tradition, even though the parents are Christians, but they appreciate their Yoruba tradition, their royal tradition a great deal, and all of that. So apparently, when Dr. Lizzy finally agreed to marry or to be wife to the Ooni of Ife, they sat her down, they educated her. And we can see how this played out during the marriage. It was Dr. Lizzy's father that was that pastor that was there with Ooni of Ife, and was also encouraging the daughter, telling the daughter that this is Kabiyesi, he will marry more wives. Sorry about that call. My sister's phone was ringing. So he will marry more wives, though. So you should be expecting that he will marry more wives, and don't sit back and think it's going to be only you, okay? And it was Dr. Lizzy's father that was saying that during the wedding of Kabiyesi and Dr. Lizzy, and they had encouraged her, made her to have an open mind towards the marriage, and made her to understand that the only thing that can keep you in your marriage, in a royal marriage, is to be very supportive towards your husband. And this is not just about a royal marriage. Every marriage in the world, you want to be very supportive, because the reason why we go into partnership is to be there for each other, support each other, have your spouse's backings, and that is what makes you happy, and that is it. So Dr. Lizzy has shown maturity. The man has exhibited so much maturity. I mean, the woman, maturity, strength, consideration, empathy, and a whole lot in that marriage. And Ooni of Ife has seen that Dr. Lizzy's allegiance is completely to him, and he is ready to do everything to ensure that that woman stays. So right now, this is not a win-win for Olori Mariam, because if this fight is coming from Olori and Naomi, and also from Olori Lizzy, it's like the entire wall is fighting against you. These are heavy duty fighting. Like this, Olori Mariam, Olori Lizzy is heavy duty. Naomi is heavy duty. That fight had just begun. Mariam started it, but these people are ending it for Mariam. And so right now that they are joining forces against Mariam, it's only going to be few hours or few days. Mariam will be out of that palace. These are all alleged information. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.